So, ever have one of those games? You know the one. You leave it all out on the field, you feel like you've played the match of your life, but then you get your performance review back and the grade just doesn't match up. It's super frustrating, right?
Well, what if you could change that? What if you had a rock-solid blueprint to analyze your own performance? One that actually helps you get better and pretty much guarantees you hit all the key points your professor's looking for? That's exactly what we're going to build today. Welcome to Subject Simplified. Today, we are diving deep into mastering your practical sports performance review. We're going to help you turn that feeling of, ugh, what do I write, into a concrete plan that'll boost your game and your grades. Let's get into it. All right, part one, your scouting toolkit. First things first, we've got to gather the evidence. I want you to think of yourself as a pro scout, but the star player you're analyzing is you. And to do that right, you need the proper tools to get the real facts on your performance. So where do you even begin? I'm sure you've heard it a million times. Just writing, I played well, or I need to work on communication, isn't going to cut it. It's too vague. You need specifics. You need cold, hard evidence. So, how do we get it? Okay, your number one tool in the kit, your absolute foundation, is the SWOT analysis. It stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a super simple but really powerful way to get your thoughts organized. Strengths and weaknesses, those are internal. They're all about you. Opportunities and threats, those are external factors. And hey, here's a pro tip. A ton of people mix up weaknesses and threats. Just remember, weaknesses are your stuff to fix. Threats are stuff from the outside world you have to deal with. And check this out. This is what a good one looks like. See how it turns those vague feelings into actual concrete points? It's not just, I'm a fast player, it's fast break speed. It's not, I'm bad at shooting, it's low free throw percentage. That's the detail we need. Opportunities are things you can actively do to get better, and threats are those outside things, like that one defender who's always in your face.
But a SWOT analysis is just the beginning. You've got a whole toolkit to use. There's the high-tech stuff, like video analysis. Yep, you gotta watch the tape, or fitness test results. And of course, your stats. But, don't sleep on the so-called low-tech stuff. Actually talking to your coach, asking a teammate to watch you for 5 minutes, even just writing down how you felt during a big moment. The best reviews always use a mix of everything. And speaking of watching the tape, seriously, don't underestimate how powerful this is. Yeah, I know watching yourself can be a little cringy sometimes, but there's a reason every single professional team does it. It's where you spot all the little things you totally miss in the heat of the moment. That stuff is absolute gold for your analysis. Okay, you've used your toolkit, you've got this pile of data, stats, and notes. Now what? Well, now it's time for what I call the halftime review. This is where we turn all that raw info into a clear and, yeah, brutally honest self-assessment. This right here, this is the heart of your entire review. You're going to split your findings into 2 simple columns, strengths and areas for improvement. But be so specific. Don't just list what you did, explain why it was a strength or a weakness in that specific game situation. That kind of critical thinking is what'll get you the top marks. And as you're sorting everything, make sure you're covering these 4 key areas. It's not just about how well you kicked the ball. How are your tactics? Did you use the rules to your advantage? And maybe the most important one of all, how was your decision-making when you were under pressure? And that really is the crucial point. A good grade isn't about describing what you did. The top grades, they come from analyzing why you did it. Why did you make that pass at that moment? Why that specific defensive play? Explaining your thought process shows a whole other level of understanding. So, we've gathered the intel, we've analyzed the performance. Now for the most important part. Part 3, your winning game plan. This is where you prove you can turn all that analysis into real, actionable steps to get better. Honestly, this is where a lot of people drop the ball. They do an awesome job explaining what went wrong, but then their plan to actually fix it is kind of just, I'll try harder next time. We need an actual strategy. And that strategy is all about setting SMART goals. Seriously, this framework is your secret weapon for creating a development plan that's clear, effective, and is totally going to impress whoever's marking your work. So what on earth is a SMART goal? Well, it's an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. Basically, it forces you to turn a vague wish like, I want to be a better shooter, into a mini project with real targets and a deadline. And boom, here's a perfect example. This goal hits every single letter in SMART. It's not just get better at free throws. It's a detailed, actionable battle plan. This is the level of detail you need in your assignment. Now, SMART goals are going to be your main tool for sure, but they can be part of an even bigger picture. Your development plan could also include stuff like designing a whole new training program for yourself, maybe attending a coaching course to learn more, or just finding a mentor to give you advice. These all show you're taking your development seriously. So there it is, the complete blueprint for absolutely acing your performance review. We went from scouting yourself with a SWOT to analyzing the tape to building a game-winning plan with SMART goals. The only question left is, what's the first play you're gonna make? Hey, if this video simplified your studies and helped you out, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to Subject Simplified for more. Thanks for watching.